Well, hey, Dan, before you ask me a question, once again, thanks everybody for showing up. Dan, I'm surprised you didn't show up yesterday on Sunday to try to get me to do a press conference. But
I did show up yesterday, but you were I didn't ask. No days off.
I didn't think so. Before we start, just want to again thank our doctors and trainers and players. We had 164 tests over the weekend, and we had 164 negative tests again. So I think that again, everyone wants to keep talking about, do we want to play? Do the kids want to play? Well, right now, all we can do is really rely on our medical people and our players to do the best they can. So 164 tests again, and not a single positive. So I just really appreciate the team, their effort, the doctors and the trainers. So with that, Dan, let it rip, man.
Yeah, that was gonna be my question, was just what do you know right now of a status? Do you know anything, and how are you kind of responding to obviously the big news that's the big new rumors and news that are floating around out there?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't. We just went out and practiced, and then we'll meet and we'll just keep controlling what we can control. And what is that? It's what I just talked about. It's listening to the doctors and our medical staff and making sure we do everything the right way, which our players are. It's staying healthy and trying to be the best football team that we can be. I mean, that's completely out of our hands, and I can't waste time thinking about it. So after this, I'm going to go meet and have a walkthrough, and then tomorrow's a day off, so we'll take a break with practice and hope we continue. But no, man, we just control what we can control, and let's keep going.
Again, guys, please just raise your digital hand. I'll call on you. We'll go to Andy Backstrom.
Hey, Jeff, just one more question on that subject. Did you address the "we want to play" movement today with your players at all? I know a few of them spoke out on social media about it this morning.
No, I didn't address it. I didn't feel it was necessary. Our players feel safe, and our players want to play. And that to me, my job is to coach them the best that I can, as hard as I can, and make them feel as safe as they can. And that, again, guys, it all goes back to I got to follow the guidelines of our medical people, and they're telling us we can practice, and they're giving us the the protocols to follow, and we're doing it the best we can. So until they tell us otherwise, we're going full speed ahead. But I can't control all that right now. I just want to go meet and go practice again.
We'll go back to Dan Rubin.
Coach, I know yesterday when when I talked to Zay Flowers, I asked him a little bit about how things have changed for him in terms of running patterns and different areas on the field. Specifically with him and with the receivers, how have you worked with them in terms of teaching them different, not necessarily formations, but patterns, and how have they received some of the different things that you've been showing them over the first couple weeks here?
Well, I think that's probably a better question for Coach Signetti or Coach Daly, because I'm not teaching the wide receivers much other than how the defense sees them and maybe some defensive thoughts and how they can improve. But just watching and being around Coach Signetti and those guys, I mean, they have a great system, and I think it's fairly easy to learn. And it's, it might look very complicated to the outside eye, but I think it's fairly easy. And I know he's all over the place. Every time I turn around on defense, he's lining up somewhere, and he's moving around, and he's motioning, and he's catching the ball, and he's running the ball, and it's hard to defend. He's a very talented player, and the more we can utilize guys like that, the better we'll be, and the harder it will be for defensive guys like me.
We'll go next to Kevin Stone.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. So there was actually a video yesterday on Twitter of Coach Matu's mic'd up and just chirping guys' ears off. How important is it for the coaching staff to kind of maintain that positive attitude, especially now with all the crap flying around on Twitter?
Well, we need to follow him around when he's not mic'd up to see if you should put on a show for people. Sometimes these coaches are mic'd up and they turn into a complete different guy. But I'm kidding. He's got a lot of energy. He usually is chirping around. I think we have to be positive at all times, and that's going to be my style. That's going to be the style of this staff. Whether or not we're in a COVID world or a normal world again, we're not going to be a group that's negative, yelling, and that's not us. You know, when we get out there and practice, we want them to be free and not be afraid to make mistakes. And that's how I want to play the game on Saturday. So I want positive coaches, and it's got to come from Coach Matus. It's got to come from the rest of the staff, and it's got to come from our players. And, you know, it's still a work in progress, but that's my vision for this football team.
We'll go next to Trevor Haas.
Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Good, Trevor. What's up?
Good. So I'd imagine you're a guy who likes a challenge. I mean, most of us are competitive. We enjoy like a difficult situation. So how much are you kind of embracing this as like the odds are against us as a country and as BC, and just how much are you kind of rolling with all that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a challenge. I mean, we all love a good challenge. We're in camp right now. So, I mean, I know it's hard for you guys to see, but every day is like a Monday right now. It's like, you ever guys see the movie Groundhog's Day? It's like you wake up, it's the same day. It's the same, like, today is Monday, right? But no matter what, it's Monday. So every day you wake up, it's Monday, let's go play. Every day. We can't worry about everything else that's going on right now, because then our practices won't be any good. Our preparation won't be any good. So the moment, and it happens, right? The moment I start thinking about those things, and I'm not as focused and locked in. So you got to just put them to the side right now and take it day by day. And if not, then I'd be a complete mess right now. But I'm not, and I love being out here with the players and coaching them, and I can't wait to go to the next meeting.
Thanks.
We'll go next to Julian Benbow.
Julian, how are you?
Can you see me?
No, man, I didn't even know you were on here. I think Jason's got, there he is. I thought maybe Jason had you hit it.
No. I popped in a couple minutes late, and that is my fault. But I'm around. How's your Monday going? How's Groundhog's Day?
It's great day today, man.
Cool. I missed it earlier, so I'll ask something that isn't as stupid. But how do you respond when you wake up or you go to sleep tonight, last night, and there's more news about what could or couldn't happen with this season or whatever?
You don't. You go to sleep and you sleep fast because you don't have a lot of time to sleep right now. You wake up, you have a staff meeting, and then the next thing you know, you're on the practice field. And the next thing I know, I get to talk to you, Julian. And I mean, you just don't have time to think and worry about it. I mean, there's people who are going to handle that for us. And, you know, I'm keeping the kids locked in on playing football and staying healthy and doing the best they can every single day. And that's the truth. And I'm going to continue to do that until someone tells me that I can't.
We'll go next to Andy Backstrom.
So now we're at day 5 of camp. What would you say, how are you feeling about the team where it is at this point of camp, all things considered, with the OTA approach you're taking, or fast day, slow day? How do you feel now after today's practice where the guys are?
And today was a hard practice. Yesterday we kind of slowed it down a little bit, and today we got after it. And they worked hard. I feel like they're getting in shape. But the thing that we're all learning together is, you know, we really didn't have spring. So we barely installed third down. We didn't do any red zone. So we're still learning how to do all the things that we need to do, whether it's really how we're going to practice. How are we going to practice with our pads on? How are we going to hit in practice? What's the tempo going to be like? Today was third down. What's third down going to look like? So there's a lot of stuff that's new still that we have to learn. But I'm so pleased with the guys and their effort. It's a great group. And I will say this too. I was actually thinking about this last night. Going through all of this and seeing how hard it's been for our players and seeing how our players have responded makes me realize even more what a great decision I made coming here and how excited I am to be the coach here.
Any other questions for Jeff? We'll go back to Dan Rubin.
I was just curious when you talk about third down and some of the things that you do with third down and 2-minute drill and red zone or stuff like that, how much of it is drill based versus how much of it is just getting out there and just straight practicing?
It's both. Third down, in my opinion, is a completely different game. Defensively, you have different pressures, you have different coverages, you have different looks, you have different disguises. So just like anything else, you teach it in the room, you drill it, you walk through it, you do it full speed, you make a mistake, you watch it, you do it again, and it gets better. So that's kind of the whole process. But first and second down and third down to me are two completely different games. And they have to be coached like that.
And we'll take our final question with Julian.
If this one's been asked too, I apologize. But I think we're talking to quarterbacks today. But what's your impression of the room so far? I know everyone's excited about Phil. What have you seen from him? Obviously, Dennis has experience and also kind of emerges like a leader as a voice that people listen to on the team. Just what have been your impressions of sort of the quarterbacks?
The improvement. Yeah, there's a big improvement. And I'm talking about top to bottom. I mean, just the last period, I think it was Sam Johnson was running the group, and he looks like a complete different guy, getting up to the line, taking charge, letting one rip across the middle and first down. So whether it's him, Dalen, Blechy, Dennis, Phil, I just see improvement. Got a really, really good quarterback coach. And in time, I hope everybody sees the same improvement. That's a very hard position to play. And the way we're going to train him is going to be hard. And it's going to take time, but you're going to see those guys get better. And that's what I'm most excited about. I think Coach Signetti has done an awesome job.